Thank you so much, you guys, for tuning in to Fashion Culture. I am Jordan Brooks, laced by Lacroix. Fashion Culture. Do you want to share some of the stuff that you're doing in the future?
Yeah, absolutely. Right now, I'm actually in the midst of recruiting just a couple of journalists. I've dropped a blog, SharifDKing.tv is actually up right now, but we haven't gotten going on the content piece. So we're going to start pushing out the content and stuff like that in September. I have my own LLC, which is my media group. Sharif D King Media Group, and then on top of that, I'm dropping a company site for my company in an app. So we're working on that, right now as we speak. That should be up top of the year. So, and then I have my own website, SharifDKing.com, which is just for me. But I'm also creating a lifestyle platform for myself. Your guy Sharif is going to be a lifestyle platform, just some of the stuff that you won't normally get, that's going to be kind of like a personal blog, platform where you get to learn me personally. Because I believe, before people can learn, a lot of Sharif D King, like you might want to learn who I am as just Sharif, what I'm eating, what I'm doing, where I am and stuff like that, just sharing some gems, you know what I'm saying? So I discovered this thing I'm actually starting. It's called Catch the Gem. And it's just me just giving out gems, just giving out things that I've experienced and how I caught the gem and how I want to share those experiences in that light with other people. In terms of the business aspect of things, I'm moving to Washington, D.C. I do have I am walking into a new broadcast job, both on the radio side and the TV side. Just can't announce just yet. So there's that. And then I went by King Sharif when it came to like Hot 97, when it came to Dopeness Magazine, the Rat Fest, all of that stuff. So we're actually going back to King Sharif, and Sharif D King is going to be the brand. So we're going back to King Sharif in terms of that, of me being on air.
That's like your stage name, right?
Well, I'm glad you asked, right? So really, King Sharif, and first of all, Sharif D King is my real name.
It's your government name.
It's my government name. So it's not like a stage name. I didn't just put D there so it could stand for the. Blame my parents. Don't blame me. But also, King Sharif is just my alter ego. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's the fun side. I like to say Sharif D King is the business side. He gets everything done. Gets everything done with journalism and broadcast and communications and media. And he's polished, and you see me, maybe looking fly and the suits and ties and all of that. The business, but King Sharif has fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's the guy. King Sharif is the guy, and then Sharif is just, behind the scenes up. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So there's 3 tiers to it. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely get it, because that's exactly how everyone knows Jordan.
Yeah.
But my stage name or my stylist name is Lace by Lacroix. So
yeah,
I sprinkle a little Lacroix on everything that I touch when I'm styling and doing my, stage presence stuff. So I definitely get it. Yeah, I see you eye to eye with that.
That's an alter ego there, and it's just it's the very thing that you want to experience when you're in a party. Mm-hmm. It's the very thing you want to experience when we're road tripping, or we're just just having a good time. We're smiling. King Sharif is. And it's crazy because I got a girlfriend now. You know what I'm saying? Like, and King Sharif is the fun side of that. King Sharif was a little on the wild side. In terms of just having a good time. So shout out to my lady. She understands me fully. Kalana, I love you.
That's dope.
But it's just a different thing. You know what I'm saying? And the only reason why we're going back to King Sharif is because that's what's entertaining. That's what's on the air. That's what you want to see. That's what you want to hear. Sharif D. King is who you want to sit down with, who you want to do business with, the business mind. So going back to King Sharif, Sharif D. King will still exist, but we're playing off of two here. Okay. So it's Sharif D. King, King Sharif. So when I get on stage and you hear King Sharif, that's just what it is. At the next level is King Sharif. Sharif D. King is the brand. Sharif D. King Media Group is the business. Sharif D. King.tv is the blog. And so forth. And so we're just closing in on a lot of different things, man. This is the first time I can say that I actually feel that I'm right where I need to be. Mm-hmm. This is the first time I actually feel like, you know what? I belong here. I belong in this place at this time right now.
Timing is everything. That's what I'm learning. Like even, working through new experiences like this, you know what I mean? Like I like the path of just learning yourself all over again with these experiences and making new memories and stuff like that. So I definitely agree.
For sure.
What is one of your most memorable interviews or funny interviews?
I just when I did an interview with Chinks Drugs, rest in peace. Chinks was just, I just had so much fun with him. Kevin Lyles was so much fun. Farnsworth Bentley was fun. Rakim was also fun. I'm trying to think of somebody, specifically that I think I remember moments. I think I remember moments. I know John Witherspoon, rest in peace to him. I remember being in the hallway in Cincinnati. And I met him. He's coming off of an elevator. Mm-hmm. And I'm out of the doors. Anybody that's been to the Wiz in Cincinnati, they know there's 2 glass doors there. And so I'm sitting outside and he comes out and I'm sitting there and I was kind of ticked off about something. He said, listen to me. He said, I want you to know, you know what I'm saying? There is more to this than what you think. You know what I'm saying? And right now, you might think, oh, it's just about radio for you. But there's more, there's bigger. Mm-hmm. And at that time, I knew him for 5 minutes. I didn't know him. You know what I'm saying? So for somebody to drop those gems was great. I think being able to interview A Boogie a couple of different times, he was from the town, so I had already had an inside connection. Shout out to QP, and everybody over there. But I just had relationships with different people in different ways. You know what I'm saying? Being able to come to the hotel and interview A Boogie for my Trending 7 at 7, for those who remember that. That was a fun time there.
Going back to John Witherspoon, because he's iconic. If you don't know who he is. Yeah. That's Pops from the Wayans Brothers and Friday and Next Friday, the dad. Put some hot sauce on my burrito, baby. So stuff like that is that's huge.
Yeah. There's so many moments that I've had, and I had to understand that I was grateful to have those moments.
Oh, yeah.
Being able to Red Alert, I wish I had the clip of Red Alert saying, you're the next big thing. You know what I'm saying? I wish I had that. Just those experiences of meeting different people and them just having a blast with you, and just being able to relax and them having a good time. I do remember meeting Day Day and PB Rock and talking to them on tour. That was huge. Excuse me. That was huge. I think everybody that I met was important and intricate. I'm thankful for it. Mm-hmm. I'm thankful for it. I think every opportunity I've had to deal with an artist, an athlete, entertainer, they just show me the other side of it. Mm-hmm. Not just we're here for an interview. They show me look, to have longevity, there's some other things you got to go through. There's some other things you got to understand, you know. And I knew that I was here for the long haul when I could receive those type of gems, those teachings that I could take and put it in my back pocket.
Mm-hmm. So, fashion culture, I always want to know about how fashion plays a role in your life and how it makes you feel and like how you apply it to your like day-to-day life.
I think now, so I live by 3 key sectors to my brand, which is style, demeanor, and culture. One, how you present a thing, your demeanor, how you feel about a thing, and what you feel about what the culture offers, which is all fashion to me. Because, you know, being from Harlem, we might like wearing lows. You know, we might like wearing Uptowns. You know, in another place they call them Air Force Ones.
Right, and I had to like relearn that. Especially I think it was when like Nelly came out with Stomping in My Air Force. Was like we didn't really call them Air Force Ones for being from New York. Yeah. Even being from upstate, it was Uptowns and lows. Right.
Yeah. So it was just I you know, this, or some people call Tim's Butters. Or you know,
or constructs.
Or if you had a black pair of Timbs, there was a black Knight. So just how you envisioned it. But I think fashion is what really speaks before you get to a person.
It's your image.
Whether it's a woman checking you out, you know, women look down at your feet first and be like, oh yeah, I'll pass.
Especially being from New York.
Yeah, you know.
In LA, it's a little different.
So
I dusty sneakers and they'll still like you. Wow.
So I think fashion to me is a big deal, and I've always wanted to get into fashion and dive into fashion. So that's coming too. You know what I'm saying? I got a whole brand of things. The SDK brand is coming too. You know, where we're gonna really take it, and I'm not just talking about plastering names on shirts. I'm talking about we're coming for the gusto, you know, and I think that brands are cool. Brands are cool, but it's how you wear the brand.
Oh, for sure.
When I got on the elevator and I saw you wearing Von Dutch, I'm like, oh, look at that. Yeah. You know, well, some people don't understand Von Dutch, or maybe they do, but might correlate it to a time. It was like, oh, there's a certain time where people just wore Von Dutch.
There was.
Von Dutch this, Von Dutch that. You have videos that can highlight the time you was in with certain things. You know, some people think of Missy Elliott, you know, that the work video when or Past That Dutch, you know, when you know the Von Dutch was being worn.
Yeah.
But seeing you wear it was just like, oh. The other day I saw you wearing Deodoras. I'm like, oh. You know how many people know about Deodoras?
Not many. And it's like, that was like 80s culture sneaker. And they're like, well, what is that? I'm like, it's an Italian like soccer sneaker for real.
Yeah.
If you really know, like the people who know sneakers. And I'm not like I'm a stylist. So yeah, I know everything. You know, Knox, to me, when we grew up, she was more into like sneakers. So a lot of sneakers I've seen from her. I'm more of like boots now. Like I like boots. But because of the resurgence in sneakers in the styling world, you have to be up on sneakers. So I've been buying more sneakers and stuff like that.
See, I was always a sneaker guy. Always wore. I think now my team is doing a lot of changes centered around me. So this might be the last time you really see me in just a tee and jacket and hat. I think things are going to change. Specifically because I'm a GQ guy. Like I like good accessories, good watches, good bags, good belts. You know, just things that I could wear. I'm into socks. You know, I'm into accessories, and I love shoes, shoe boots, and sneakers. So I always wanted to showcase the versatility, and so at this next level. Fashion is going to be an intricate part for me. Just dope ties. You know what I'm saying? I think if I were to explain it, it was like when we when people were confused about Kanye a little bit.
Yeah.
When he started wearing blazers and stuff like that.
Blazers with jeans and dress shoes and like popping his collar, even though that was a thing before, but like in black culture,
it was, you know. And so I think that you'll see me wearing a fire suit, you know what I'm saying, here. But then you might see me wearing, you know, Emilio Pucci or, you know, just, you know, I love designer, but I also want to give an opportunity for other brands to rock out with me.
Oh, yeah.
But not just, I think when people hear of new brands, they think of just urban wear.
Yes.
You know, and so I want to connect with brands that's making ties and making hats and accessories and bags and things like that. So I want to bring high-end streetwear, couture, and just everything that fashion offers into one place on the men's side of things. Like, yo, he wore a fire suit today. Today he's wearing a jean jacket and, you know, sneakers, and the next day he's wearing shoe boots, and then he's back to shoes again. Yeah. I think it's an opportunity at the next level, on the next stage. So fashion is going to be a very, very intricate thing for me. So all brands out there, man, no matter where you're from. In fact, I'm looking for some fire Elmira brands. Me leaving here, I'm looking for some fire Corning brands that I could rock and be happy about the fact that I spent time here, and like I said, the connection is real, and we gotta connect on the fashion level, especially with my guy Jordan. You know, he got me ready to step the game up now. You know what I'm saying? I see him all the time. You know, different hats and different sneakers and stuff like that. It's just like, man, the way he puts it together, I'm like, yo, this dude, you know, he's really, you know, coming with it. The shades and stuff like that. I'm like, man, listen. You know, so I'm ready, Jordan. You got me hype here.
I love fashion, and for me, it's like I do love designer. Who doesn't really? But it's like that's not the name of the game for me. I've always been like style, and it's like mixing high and low. This is Louis Vuitton, but these are $5 Sammy shades. You know what I'm saying? Von Dutch. But it's like when you mix them all together, it's like it's a vibe. It's not always like designer everything.
And that's a real stylist right there. When you can make something that's $1 look like it's $100, or make it look like it's $1,000, that's real fashion right there. Anybody could go and blow a bag and be like, you know what? I walked out the store and now you got that one piece, don't know how to wear it. And now you catch yourself always wearing that one piece because you know how much you spend for it. And you feel bad about it because you don't really know how to wear it. Stop that. Stop that. Don't just be buying Louis belts and you know what I'm saying? Just want to wear the LV. Stop.
Or book me and I'll show you how to wear it 10 times.
Heard you.
Ways.
Heard you.
But who is one of your influences in, I guess, entertainment and journalism? Like,
I would say Sway is an influence for me. I would say guys like there's so many. Sway is a big influence. Angie Martinez is a big influence.
Love Angie Martinez. I was talking about her yesterday.
Yeah. She's a big influence on me. I would say Charlamagne the God is a big influence.
God is huge.
I think the whole 106 and Park movement, you know, seeing AJ getting free, that was big for me. There's a lot of different people that Zuri Hall, she's out in LA right now, but I remember seeing her on Fuse on Trending 10. You know, I should just be sitting there glued, you know, and it was only a half an hour show. I used to be tight, you know, sitting there like, yo, why would they do this to me? Yeah. To me, taking it personal, to me. Why would they do this to me?
Especially early 2000s, because that was like the time when it was like VJ. You remember when they were throwing that? I was like, I want to be a VJ.
They would throw that around, you know. Yeah. And I was an intern when Terrence J and Roxy were there. You know, actually, I worked as an intern on Hot Wired, right? Mm-hmm. if you know a guy named Carlos King, who is the
Carlos. Wait, is it the same Carlos that's behind like the Housewives right now?
Yeah. So and Carlos King, they call him the reality king. You got a podcast. Yeah. Well, I was his intern for Hot Wire. Lamorne, Alicia Renee, I was their intern.
He's huge. I mean, like, people, if you don't know, like, he's behind Andy Cohen with like the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and like stuff like that, which is huge.
And you know,
R&B divas and Hollywood divas, huge. I've worked with a couple of those actors that was on like Paula J. Like, I was just telling him, like,
he's out there, and you know, this is how it was full circle. We share the same last name for real, so that was like my play cousin. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he was a producer on that show, and I was just an intern. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? But I had to find my own way, and who knew that he would go on to do Love and Hip Hop?
Yeah, you know, because I forgot it was Love and Hip Hop was another one that he's produced.
There you go. He's done a lot, and now he's just getting his just due. And Carlos King, we gotta link up, man. You know, we don't got the same last name for nothing. Shout out to Carlos. But when I do run into him, it'll be full circle. You know, it'll be one of those moments, and that's, I would say, he is an influence on me, but I don't like to get too caught up in names. I mean, Oprah, you know, is big for me. I don't like to get caught up on names because I feel like anybody can influence me, and not in a bad way. I think, you know, I can learn something from you, and that becomes an influence, right? It was the way Jordan wore his hat that day. I want to wear my hat that way when I wear this particular fit because that brought out this. You know, it's the way
Small
he hosted.
Details like that is how I style too.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because sometimes you want your face covered, and then sometimes you want more of your face. Yeah. If it's more of like if I had like a tux or a suit jacket on right now, I would want more of my face shown. You know what I mean?
It's absolutely. I think, okay, if I'm going to name a person right now who is inspiring me all the way through, it would be Nate Burleson.
Okay.
Nate Burleson is doing sports. He's doing news. He's doing entertainment. As an anchor, as a host, which is what I aspire to be. You know, if we're looking at the whole picture, it would be a Nate Burleson, a Oprah, a Ryan Seacrest, a Michael Strahan, and you mesh those four, and then you've got Sharif D. King. But also you get King Sharif.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's dope. So I say fashion culture because, again, we do fashion and then we tap into pop culture and culture. In the lane of entertainment and pop culture, like, who is your favorite artist right now and why?
Oh, Jordan. Okay, I think that I'm going to Chris Brown is always going to be one of my favorite guys.
His album is crazy.
And it's just because he can continue to recreate and reinvent based on what's out there, but still be him on the record. And still have a good time, still have fun. I think Chris Brown, I mean, I love Lil Baby. I love Gunna.
I love Gunna too.
There's just a lot of, I think music is just different now. It's like gumbo. You know what I'm saying? Like you can just get a variety of different things and be good. You got like Young Gravy you got out there. You got so many different artists from so many different walks of life. And I again don't try to get caught in that because maybe today I want to listen to rock.
Right.
You know, maybe today I want to listen to pop. Maybe today I want to listen to soca or reggae or you know, anything like that. Maybe I want to listen to country. You know, that's a thing too. You know, we do listen to country too.
Yeah, it's mood driven. It's almost like how, like I always say, it depends on how I feel is how I dress.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
I agree with that as well.
And that's why I just don't. I think I stopped having a favorite artist a long time ago, just because I just feel like, yo, it's so much fire out here.
Especially right now. That's why I always say, like, right now is a little bit different. I'm always on Drake, especially just because he just dropped something. So Drake for me, and I love Beyonce. So
Drizzy, he doesn't miss.
Mm-mm.
You know, but we can go on. We can talk about Young Miami. You know, everybody is bringing something different to the table.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got the city girls, and you got people from different walks of life. People coming from Dallas and from Houston, and people are showing their personality times 10.
They really are.
You know,
especially Young Miami. Shout out to Carisha Please. Yeah. I'm inspired by Carisha Please too.
Yeah. You know, and reach out to her. Tell them what you're doing. Yeah. I think that overall though, like, music is just in a different space. You know, you don't need a major to do whatever it is you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
You just, you know, if you want a little support, a little help, I think the majors will help with that. But I think it's love to go and realize, like, yo, this person is from Corning and he's fire, you know, or this person is from PA, you know, doesn't hurt, you know. But I think I'm just listening to so many different artists, new artists, old artists that haven't got their full break yet. And so I just ask people to send me music, man. Just let me vibe out. You know, if I'm traveling, I just want to be like, oh, this is heat, you know. But it's no genre of music anymore for me. It's like, yo, I want to listen to country today. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk love. That's where I'm at right now. Or I want to listen to R&B. You know what I'm saying? I want to listen to classic. You know what I'm saying? I want to listen to soul. I want to listen to just a lot of different things. Jazz, and which is the origins of a lot of things.
Oh yeah,
you know, blues.
They're sampling a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff.
I agree, especially because right now what I'm doing in fashion, I've been leaning on Beyonce's new album to help inspire me because it's house music. So I correlate that to really good runway music, and so I'm preparing for a fashion show, which I'm trying to get my man Sharif to come back for.
Okay, yeah.
To inspire me and to get me going. And I teach, you know, runway as well. So it's like some songs I have to, like, I got to feel it. I got to actually get up and walk. And, like, Beyonce really hitting right now. It's very inspirational. Shout out to B, because I'm like, I've really been excited. And everyone has their own, like, critique, I guess, on the music right now, especially because they're like, with the house music thing. But I'm just like, I vibe with it. It reminds me of back in the day.
People are not going to be happy. And if she gave it to you any other way, it wouldn't have been her, you know.
Word.
And first, you know, and it's Beyonce's presentation of how she would do house or how she would do a thing. You can't dim somebody's light because of how they do it.
Nah.
She gave you the lemonade first.
Yeah.
But then she told you how to make lemonade the way she makes the lemonade.
Yeah. Word.
So
gems.
That's just it. Like have a sip.
Mm-hmm.
Just sip it. You know, you go to New Orleans and they make fish or they make whatever they make. It's not gonna taste the same as if you got it from Harlem or Brooklyn or Elmira or Miami. It's not gonna taste the same.
Mm-mm. Stop
trying to change people's ingredients to what they're offering. This is their recipe.
Even some of the lyrics, because she got a little pushback on some of her lyrics, her and Lizzo just recently, to like switch, because certain things were like sensitive to certain cultures, which I get. I mean, we have to be mindful of, but like Erykah Badu says, I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my age.
I think that both music and comedy are going through the same thing, you know, where the content is, they're hurting artistry because people can't really say something. Back in the day, it was just like, I remember my mom showing me clips of Eddie Murphy or stuff like that where
raw.
He was raw. He just came at you and bit your head off, and and then what? It was just like afterwards, like, hey, haha, And I think Richard Pryor. My mom showed me Richard Pryor, or just if you look at the movies that were coming out around those times, it's way different, and it was accepted. But now it's like people are asking, like, oh, he talked about green, and green is the color of. It's like, what?
It's cancel culture, so it's a lot of it is like you have to be so. I mean, like, forgive me if I said anything wrong up here, because I know I'm probably gonna ruffle a couple feathers. Not even on purpose, just like just being naturally myself. But I can't apologize for being myself.
It's quiet for that. Listen. I enjoy people for who they are. Right. I'm not asking nobody to change what they are. It's like you walking into a room with a white shirt and saying, hey, go back out, put the orange shirt on. Like I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that no more. We're going to have a good time every single time, and based off of who someone is and based off of who I am. I'm not, you can't be the cup of tea that everybody's sipping.
That's facts.
You just can't do it. People think that they're gonna play the line and tread the line, thinking that they're gonna be able to pull a lot of different things in. But organic is organic. It's real. When you're real like that, people can notice it. I'm not dimming anything down anymore. I had a share of that before, where I had to, I felt like I had to hold back and not offer this and not offer that. And in the long run, it hurts you, not them.
It does, because you just got to let your light shine, and sometimes it just be too bright for people.
It's
you know
what
I mean? And
it's a fact.
It's giving move around if it's too bright for you. Put your shades on.
Can't see them.
Okay. Yeah.
Fab used to say, I don't see nobody.
The word. Love Fab.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for coming through, kicking it with me on Fashion Culture.
Yeah.
You guys, this is Sharif D. King.
Yeah.
Look him up if you're not familiar. I thank Southern Tier Life for sponsoring us, and I thank FMG Radios for powering us today.
Yeah.
And please keep tuning in to Fashion Culture, and we'll be back.
This is fire.
Thank you so much, you guys, for tuning in to Fashion Culture. I am Jordan Brooks, laced by Lacroix. Fashion Culture.